Our webinar in just a minute. If you're, that'll give us time to let everybody get logged in. We'll just wait a few moments here. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our webinar, Crisis Marketing Strategies for Quad City Business Owners. The Quad Cities Chamber strives to be your one-stop business resource to assist during the coronavirus pandemic, connecting you to reliable and accurate information. There is a lot of new information to process and respond to during these rapidly evolving and uncertain times. And the Quad Cities Chamber is here for you, advocating for your business at the state and federal levels and providing resources to help you protect the health of your workforce and operations. We are committed to bringing you the latest information as quickly as possible. Our COVID-19 resource page on our Quad Cities Chamber website is updated several times a day. And if you haven't had the opportunity to sign up for our e-news, you can do that by going to the website and scroll to the bottom, and there's a key there that you can do that. We will get through this together. Joining us today is Lillie Johnson from Amplified Digital in conjunction with the Quad-City Times and Moline Dispatch-Argus. Lillie serves as Regional Account Director for Lee Enterprises. Prior to her current role, Lillie spent the past 7 years working at the Quad Cities Times and Casper Star Tribune, two of Lee's media companies. She has focused on digital marketing and developed strategic campaigns to grow revenue for business partners. Lillie has earned awards in innovation in digital audience and outstanding sales performance at the company. So she's somebody we all want to know. She will provide us with information on the crisis marketing strategies for Quad Cities business owners, and we'll take questions from participants if time allows. If you have any questions, you can enter them into the Q&A box. And this webinar will be recorded and posted on our website afterwards if you'd like to return to it. And so now I'd like to turn it over to Lillie.
Wonderful. Thank you, Julie. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome. We're excited to talk to you about crisis marketing and communication to be able to help your business come out ahead in this difficult time. Julie said, my name is Lillie Johnson, Lee Enterprises, but I live right here in the Quad Cities to understand what's going on in the community and have a little bit more insight into this area. So with that, wanted to first talk about the fact that right now we're facing a lot of difficult times. We've probably heard the word unprecedented more in the past couple weeks than we have before. And no doubt, it's definitely unprecedented times, but we want to take this opportunity to pivot and reintroduce the fact that this is an opportunity for your business to adapt and to come out ahead. So we're going to give you some strategies to help you get through this together. So prior to COVID-19, a lot of our marketing messages focused on being very transactional. We were focused on driving traffic in your store, on your website, and looking at what the return on investment was. Well, since coronavirus has hit, it's been really important to shift your marketing message. Think about how you can be more focused on the community in your communication, very humanitarian with your approach, and send messaging about how you can be there to support your employees. So we've noticed some changes in consumer behavior, especially on Google. So there's 5 big things that Google has seen in the way that people have changed what they're searching when they're going to Google. Number 1, they're accessing critical information in a different way. So they want updates about school closures, when they're working from home, ways to adapt, even going to the grocery store and sending a designated shopper and going through certain entrances and exits. Everything has changed, and so the way people are responding and getting information has changed as well. So for your business, it's really important that you acknowledge this new reality. Communicate clearly with your employees and your staff, and especially if you're a retailer, think about being flexible with returns and cancellations, because we will get out of this pandemic, and it's really important that you build that rapport and that trust with your customers now, so that when we're out of it, they continue to stay loyal to you. Number 2, people are discovering new ways to connect with each other, just like we are today with video conferencing. It's interesting because in 2019, Zoom actually had added a little under 2 million new users for the entire year, but exceeded that already in just Q1 of 2020 with over 2.2 million new users. Again, interesting the way that people are finding new ways to connect. So it's important that you adapt this for your own business and find new ways to connect with your customers, both locally but also globally. So right now it's very important, and people are really striving and focusing on shopping local and supporting local. Very, very important. But also take this opportunity to think a little bit bigger. Think about how your business can serve not only the Quad Cities area, but also the state of Iowa, the country, and maybe even the world. And make sure you're set up for success to be able to offer your products or services in that way. Number 3, people are adjusting to changes in their routines. So as people are working from home or things have changed, there's been a search interest increase for home workout routines, and actually an increase in sales for Peloton stationary bikes and home workout equipment. People have also been searching for DIY projects. So this is really valuable, especially for any businesses that offer any products or services related to home improvements or DIY projects. One thing that Google noticed is that there was a spike in DIY searches on the weekends about midday, but also each night around 10 to 11 p.m. So if you're a business that offers any products or services around this, keep that in mind and serve your marketing messages to people at those times. But if you're not, take a look at your Google Analytics traffic trends. You might see similar resemblances. So if you see anybody increasing traffic on your website at a certain day or time, make sure that you're reaching out to them at the time that they're searching for your products or services. People have been praising everyday heroes. I'm sure many of you have seen the hearts in houses and different businesses. Restaurants are donating food to nurses and other organizations, and people are coming together to sew PPE materials like face masks. So what your business can do, obviously you can participate in the Hearts for Healthcare Workers. You could also identify other local heroes. So whether it's different people in the community, employees, or even your customers, and find ways to celebrate them. Whether it's putting resources towards them or taking some time to recognize them, lots of things you could do, big or small, to recognize them. And lastly, people have been taking different measures to take care of themselves and others. As lots of parents are at home with their kids, they're finding new ways to engage their kids or teach their kids at home or keep them busy. Mental and physical health and wellness are becoming a priority more now than they have in the past. Google has even noticed an increase in searches for puzzles, yoga, relaxation, and virtual tours. So for your business, make sure to join this conversation. Find ways you can adapt your business and become a part of that and spread that positivity and pivot to platforms that people are engaging with. Next up, I want to talk about the communication strategies that we recommend for your business. So number 1, figuring out your position and communicating that both internally and externally. Next up, the way you're communicating that. So the way you're communicating with the community has changed and should continue to change. And then lastly, taking action to stay connected with your customers and your staff. So first off, position. Couple do's and don'ts here. 1, make sure to frequently update and change your plan of action. So if there were an outbreak at your business, maybe one of your employees tested positive for COVID-19, or one of your customers that had been within your store within the last 14 days tested positive. Do you have a plan in place of what you would do or what measures you're taking to prevent this? If you do, make sure to broadcast this out so everybody knows that you're taking the appropriate actions to keep your customers and your employees safe. Spread this out on your website prominently with the banner at the top or through social media. A couple important don'ts. Please don't spread any unnecessary fear or information that you're not sure is correct. The best rule of thumb is stick to what the CDC has recommended, which is 3 things. Number 1, stay away from public spaces, maintain appropriate social distancing, 6 feet, and wash your hands frequently. I want to show you a video here real quick from Cottonelle with a very interesting and timely message that they're portraying, especially as there's a shortage of toilet paper right now. So I love this message that they're sharing because they're eliminating the unnecessary fear. And there's obviously a lot of fear, especially around their products. And they're focusing on the positivity and spreading kindness. Here are a couple other examples of things you could use for your business to spread some of that positivity. Hearts for healthcare workers are recognizing local heroes. Grocery store clerks, delivery drivers, mailmen, all sorts of different people in the community that are doing great things to help us. If you're looking for a free resource to help you with any social media graphics, I definitely recommend canva.com here in the lower left. It's a great resource to be able to create templated social media graphics that are very visually appealing and can get your message across. Next up, I want to talk about communication. So a couple do's and don'ts here. As many of your businesses may have changed what your business hours are, it's really important to communicate this with the community. 3 really big places to communicate this are 1, your Google My Business page. Already claimed this, I highly recommend you do so. We'll provide some resources at the end to teach you how to do that if you haven't already. Update your Facebook page and your website with any updated hours, especially as they may change. Utilize Facebook and Instagram live videos to spread positivity. Show a smiling face or show how your employees are taking appropriate measures to keep the community safe. Again, work with local businesses and develop partnerships. So there's lots of businesses that are doing really well right now. It's a great way to partner with them and work together, or even partner with businesses that may have had to temporarily close their doors. You could offer any products or services that they normally sell, again, going back to that humanitarian approach. People are really looking for positivity and supporting local right now. You could create survival or care kits. We'll go into some more details about some ideas about these in just a couple minutes. And increase communication on social media. This is so important. Make sure to set up auto responses on Facebook Messenger and Instagram direct messages as well. We'll again provide some resources to teach you how to do that, but this is really important so as your customers are messaging you and you may not have time to respond to them right away, this way they can get an automated response that says, hey, thanks so much, we'll get back to you within 4 hours or 24 hours or whatever it may be, so that they are acknowledged and know that you'll get back to them. Couple of important don'ts on communication. Please don't offer advice or guidance outside of your company's area of expertise. Leave that to trusted local and national sources or the CDC. But instead, you can show how your business is complying with the regulations. Here's a great video that Hotels.com put together about how they're complying with local regulations. I love this because if you think about the traditional marketing approach, Hotels.com obviously makes money by selling hotel rooms. But right now, they're going back to the humanitarian approach and they're saying, just stay home, abide by the local guidelines, and we'll come out of this together. And so having that humanitarian approach puts them in very positive light. And when they're out of this, they'll have better feelings and better communication with the customers. Couple points of action, some do's and don'ts. Consider new ways of doing business and communicating with people. So again, if you're not already utilizing Google My Business, I strongly recommend picking this up. Utilize social media right now, and if you have any products or services that you can sell, make sure you have e-commerce set up on your website. If you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to help you or get that set up. Change the way you operate. So think about new types of promotions or sending out positive content. There's lots of different gift card promotions you could do. One will give you an example here in just a little bit, but we have a free resource for you to be able to sell gift cards on a gift card directory platform, but you could also offer any discounts. So if somebody were to sell or buy a $50 gift card to your business, you'd bonus them an additional $10 or $15. Tell people about your curbside pickup or delivery. Make sure you're offering online tutorials, demonstrations, or different ways to engage with your customers. And if you have any resources, open them up for free. Build this credibility and this trust with your customers now so that when we come out of this, they're going to continue to think highly of you. And continue to stay involved and support other local businesses. So a couple things you could do is if maybe some of your employees get takeout from a local restaurant one day, or even if you do, take a picture and post it to social media about how you're supporting other local businesses. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Couple don'ts. Don't go dark in the digital world, especially. Right now is so important. Don't stop your marketing. Even if you do have to close your business for now, take this time to redevelop your business plan and your strategy, but keep messaging out there. Whether it's relevant to your business or just spreading positivity right now, because when we do get through this and you open back up, you want to stay top of mind with people and keep them eager to come back to your business. I want to show you a quick video here about how Walgreens has adapted their business and the way they're communicating that with their customers. We have a couple ideas here to shift your business model. So like I mentioned briefly before, you can build quarantine kits. You could do two different ways. One, you could create a survival type kit with some toilet paper, maybe some airborne or emergency, some hand sanitizer, different things like that. Or you could put together a kit full of locals' favorites. So some beers from the local breweries or some different chocolates or different things like that. Support local businesses. You could sell those online or with curbside pickup. You could offer virtual styling, tours of your showroom, or online support. Offer some of your products with free shipping, even if you have a minimum. So free shipping with orders of $50 or more. Offer maybe curbside pickup or free local delivery, or even for proceeds to be donated to a certain cause when purchased. So with proceeds to go to United Way or to feeding the homeless, whatever it may be. You could announce contests or giveaways via Instagram and Facebook Live. And I love this because all of your followers will get a notification when you go live. Again, like I briefly mentioned before, we have a gift card, buy local gift card directory, and this is free. We've got over 100 different businesses that are participating in this, sponsored by the Quad Cities Chamber of Commerce. I love this platform because it helps businesses of any kind, restaurants, retailers, whatever you may be, to sell your businesses directly linking to your website, calling, or whatever it may be. Great resource to get some additional cash flow right now. We also have the Quad Cities to Go menu guide on qctimes.com. I love this as another free resource for local restaurants and bars to be able to post your menus for people to sift through and find local businesses to support. So a quick review here. Internal communication is key. It's super important to talk with your employees first so that they know what's going on and what measures you're taking. A couple different ways to communicate with them: through an internal email, maybe an internal text messaging platform. If this is something you're looking for, we have a solution for that. And company virtual meetings like Zoom, being able to communicate with people and help them to understand what's going on. Once you have your internal communication set, make sure to broadcast to the community. Tag any business partners or those that are working with you. List your changes prominently on your website with a banner at the top or through blog posts. Again, like I emphasized before, make sure to update your Google My Business with hours, photos, different offerings. Utilize email newsletters or local newspaper or other media ads. Like I said before, local has been so important right now, and so a lot of people are turning to local media to get information. Great way to have credible, reputable ad spots. And lastly, share socially and go live so your audience gets notifications. Some additional resources. And again, we'll send these out afterwards as well. There's different resources for Facebook and making sure that you're using your Facebook business page successfully. Utilizing your Google My Business page and updating that frequently. Use the U.S. Chamber Response Toolkit on ideas on how to adapt. The U.S. Small Business Administration Business Guide and loan resources to get information and updates about what's going on there. The Quad Cities Chamber has done an excellent job of posting daily updates about what to do, especially for the Quad Cities. And we have a combination of many of the above resources at amplifieddigitalagency.com with a COVID-19 toolkit to utilize as well. Couple resources, kind of a recap here, some free marketing. Make sure to be included on the Buy Local gift card directory. And again, we'll send out the links so that you can upload this information. If you have a menu, submit that to the Quad City Times to Go restaurant menu guide. We also just this week launched a Quad Cities marketing grant offered by the Quad City Times, donating $250,000 to the community to help with marketing efforts during this time. So I strongly recommend applying for that grant. If you need any help posting to social media, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than willing to help. And if you even need new ideas customized to your business for ways to adapt, feel free to reach out. We're here to help. And then to reach out beyond that, to reach the larger community. Local advertising is so important right now, so make sure to keep your message out there to reach the entire Quad Cities area. We have email blast to over 30,000 subscribers, boosted social media post with over 65,000 followers, and a text message communication software platform to be able to communicate directly with your loyal subscribers. Our big message here is we're here to help. We want to partner with you, and we all know we're stronger together, and we will get through this. We hope that's the message that you have to your customers as well. We're stronger together, and we're a strong Quad Cities community. So if you'd like a free individualized consultation, please feel free to reach out to me. But again, we'll be sending out all of the resources with links after this as well. So thank you, and I want to turn it back over to Julie.
Well, thanks, Lily. That's a lot of really great information. Thank you for providing that to us today. If anybody out there has questions, if you want to start putting those in the Q&A box. And in the meantime, Lily, as those come in, what's the first thing a business should do? You had a lot of great information today, but what's the first thing somebody should do?
Great question. I think it depends on what type of business it is, but I think having a digital presence is so important, whether it's social media, website, and communicating with your customers first and foremost about what your hours are, what's going on with your business, so that they know if you're still open for business, interact with you.
Okay, and how much is too much to put on social media? Multiple times daily?
Great question. Great question. I would take a look at your analytics and see how much people are engaging with you. Facebook definitely has an algorithm that's based on how people are engaging. So if you post too often, Facebook will dock you if you're not getting enough engagements. So it's really important to find that balance for your business, and it's all going to depend on the business and how much engagements you get. So take a look at how often people are engaging with you and respond accordingly.
And Lily, can you share for everybody, please, your email address?
Yeah, it's Lillie, Lillie, .Johnson, JOHNSON, @lee.net.
Okay, and again, we'll send out the slides and follow-up information after the webinar is over, but we appreciate knowing that. And I don't know that we have any other questions unless anything pops in. And Well, I want to thank everybody. We're coming up on the end of the program, and thank you, Lillie, very much for your presentation. Thank you, Debbie Anselm, publisher of the Quad City Times and Moline Dispatch-Argus, for your support. The Quad Cities Chamber is proud to partner with the Times and Dispatch-Argus on their Buy Local gift card directory, available online at qctimes.com. If your business isn't listed, please sign up, and it's a free opportunity, so take advantage of it. Again, this webinar has been recorded and will be available on our website, quadcitieschamber.com. We look forward, or excuse me, we will forward the handout that Lillie mentioned and her email address following the event. And if you would like to receive the slide deck from today, please reach out to Lillie directly. We will include her contact information in the follow-up email, but do you want to say it one more time for everybody, Lillie?
Yeah, of course.
Again.
It's Lillie, Lillie .Johnson @lee.net. And thank you again for joining us. We're excited to help the Quad Cities get through this. And again, we're stronger together.
Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Thank you.